Today, I want to talk about alcohol and prep mode. So let me state categorically, first and foremost, there is no alcohol during prep. There's no excuse, no way, no how. So why do I have such a hard stance on alcohol during prep mode? First of all, it is empty calories and it will impair your judgment. If you have one drink, it might lead to two, etc. Then you might start eating things that you shouldn't be eating. So that's, the primary reason.
Alcohol, unlike other nutrients, cannot be efficiently metabolized by the human body to extract energy. Instead, the body treats alcohol as a toxin, triggering a cascade of processes to eliminate it. From the moment alcohol enters the bloodstream, it affects not only the liver, but also the entire body system. It disrupts the balance of neurotransmitters, impairs cognitive function, compromises the immune system, and places strain on various organs, leading to a wide range of negative health consequences that extend far beyond the liver.
A couple of years ago, 2 shows ago, I was drinking during my prep. And, I hate to say it, but that was probably one of my worst showings. I could never get the fat completely off my back or get the lines out of my back. I just felt like I had that, had that watery kind of look. And I was drinking way too far into my prep and not eating food, instead trying to balance it out. And frankly, that was a really bad idea and I shouldn't have done it. So let me give you a little bit of background on why I have decided I'm not going to drink anymore. Last year, I went through some really tough personal times and I decided that I was just going to quit drinking. First, because I was just drinking way too much. I was drinking every day and I was having too much every day. Man, I was spending way too much money on it. And I already live paycheck to paycheck, and I would much rather spend that money on food than booze, So what happened, I went through a personal breakup that was, largely my fault. And I decided I would quit drinking because it would be another way I could punish myself, that I wouldn't allow myself to mask the pain. It made it harder, but in the end, I really think it was the right thing to do. What did I learn from, just deciding to stop drinking? First, that I did feel a lot of pain because I wasn't using alcohol to mask my emotional problems. But over time, I did notice that my thinking became a lot more clear. The next thing that I discovered was that I was sleeping a whole lot better and I was recovering better. When I drank, I would wake up in the morning and I would feel like shit. I wouldn't be motivated to do anything, and being able to get a better sleep pattern really did help me a lot. Now, this is not to say that I sleep great right now because, my out of warranty bladder decides to keep me up, or get me up a couple times a night, but at least I don't feel like crap. When I was drinking too much, as I said before, I would wake up feeling hungover and I wasn't able to communicate well. And if I had, some form of THC, I'd still be buzzed in the morning. And I was just like, I don't know how I could even function in the morning. So by quitting all that stuff, it was kind of a win-win situation for me. So what about now? Would I drink again? If I went to a really nice restaurant and they said, we have a wine that will pair really well with this meal, sure, I would have a glass of wine. But I am not in the mindset that I want a drink to celebrate. I just don't need that. I would actually, I would really prefer to have a much better dessert, or perhaps more dessert than a drink. And when you're in prep mode, food is the only thing you're thinking about. And I'm gonna rabbit trail off of that. When you are backstage at a show and you're back there with all the other competitors, almost everyone is talking about what are they going to eat after the show is done. Every once in a while, you'll hear, somebody say, man, they can't wait to go and have a drink or go out drinking with my friends. Those are the people who will never make it. Bodybuilding and prep is a lifestyle. And if you are more concerned about going out to have a drink with your friends, or you need alcohol, then this has never been a part of your lifestyle. It is just something that you are doing, and you will never be completely happy or successful if you include alcohol as part of a prep. Professionally, obviously, I am not a high-level IFBB pro, but I have a lot of respect for this title that I have earned. And so when I do go on stage, last year I put together a really good package. I was really proud of myself. And this year I want to put together another really great package. I'm almost 60, and there's only so much I can do. I know that I am not out to win, but my goal is to have the best physique that I could put together over the past year. And if I get to a point where I can't improve each year, or I'm falling behind, that's when I know I need to quit. So alcohol has no part of me making a better package for the next year. And if I need it for a mental crutch, then I have deeper issues that I need to work with. And if I had the money, I would go to a therapist instead. All right, what about alcohol for you? If you are one of my clients and you are going to be in a competition, then no way, no how will you have a drink or any type of THC product. That is a flat no from me. Unless you were in a hell of a lot of pain, that's the only time I would tell somebody to have some THC. But for my average client, I want you to ask yourself, what is more important, your goal or alcohol? Is it more important for you to have a beer with your friends, or is it more important for you to get that body that you've been working so hard on? That's a question for you to ask. And so that's about all I can say about that. Hey, if you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. I am getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, so come on, man, hit that subscribe button and make sure that you like the video. What about the future for me? What are my thoughts on alcohol? Hell yeah, I get stressed. And currently I'm under a lot of physical stress because I'm getting ready for a show, and I'm under a lot of financial stress, but thankfully I am not under emotional stress. When I'm super stressed, yes, there are times that I really, really wish I had a drink. But I know deep down in my brain, in my heart, whatever, that if I do that, I'm not going to get anything out of it. I'm literally going to get nothing out of it. So why take a step backwards when I just Yeah, I might enjoy it for a couple minutes, but that's it. And if it means the difference between placing or not placing, or looking back at the show with regret, thinking, damn, if I hadn't done that, maybe I would have done better. And I don't want to live with that kind of regret. So right now I'm choosing, I think it would be personally best for me if I lay off alcohol, except for the very, very rare occasion. And that's just me personally. So I don't want you to think that I am telling you not to have alcohol or THC. That's not what I'm trying to say. I just want you to be your best self. So why am I doing this video? I was listening to a podcast from Chris Williamson. He is worth checking out. You can find him on YouTube. I'm really enjoying those, and he did a great video or podcast with Chris Bumstead, which is definitely worth checking out. And he did a video about alcohol, and he brought up a lot of really good points, and that's what really made me think about this. And he asked, a lot of very poignant questions. And so the question I'm going to ask you is, what do you personally get out of drinking? And then go one level deeper. Do you feel like you just want it, or do you need it? And that is a very poignant question. I'd be very interested in hearing what you have to say about this. So if you would like to chime in on this conversation, please feel free to add a comment below. I just know that I want to try to live my own best self. I've done enough damage to my body, and I want to look good, and I want to, I'm spending so much time, so much money, and so much work to do a show, and I want it to be worth it. So those are my opinions on alcohol during prep, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. Have a good one.